Hoping for quick spoils and perhaps the glory of victory, the Vikings turned their attention on their neighbors across the sea. The samurai lands were guarded by an ancient sea fort, one that the Vikings believed to be poorly defended.
Apollyon's war had taken us to the edge of extinction. But that raid reminded us of who we are. We began with a fortress on the sea. But they knew we were coming. The gates of that fortress hadn't worked for a century. All we had to do was get through them.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Play For Honor, Episode 11. We are the Raider yet again, and we are now on the beaches of the mire of the fortress Kaiyo Kabe, where we will be fighting against the samurai.
The whole plan changed.
The leader of the samurai here is a Kensei named Fujikiyo, or Fujikiyo, however you want to pronounce it. We have to fight our way up the beach to the gate, only to realize the gate is closed before taking a different route. With some more ingenious devices that we see in this game, strange inventions are found in For Honor. This is the Kensei, the vanguard class for the samurai. They have really long range, good combos, and an overhead, unblockable attack. Over here, these are NPC-only classes, the shield variant, but for the samurai. Now, shields were used by the Japanese, not by the samurai, but by Japanese soldiers in ancient history. They were not used from the 1100s to the 1600s, just because of their warfare didn't call for it. That's why you don't see shields in a lot of, feudal era things. But since they're fighting Vikings here, and fighting against knights, they would have called to use shields. It's not entirely anachronistic.
Ropes! Grapples! Here! Go! Lead the climb! Reach the top!
And up the wall we go with this sort of grappling hook shot. This little area, I don't actually know how to dodge the arrows, but you just go left or right to get out of the way of the bricks that are falling.
Need to open that gate.
Now, the Kensei wears wooden armor in this game, which is very bizarre. Typically, the armor of a samurai would be made out of leather or iron, or even cloth or paper. Up here, we are introduced to the heavy of the samurai, the Shigoki. The Shigoki is able to take one hit without being interrupted or taking much damage. it refreshes after a few seconds of taking no damage at all. The heavy is very good at blocking. It has unblockable attacks, and he is also able to push people and then basically line them up like a baseball and hit them flying. They also have really good grappling attacks.
Where's the damn gate controls?
The war machines of the samurai often make ours look like toys. They learned much during their exodus, and from many different peoples. If they hadn't, they wouldn't be such a threat.
Now, the samurai are said to have the best siege weaponry in this game. It's... And welcome to the Orochi. This is the assassin class for the samurai. This class is, of course, very fast, good at harassing, very good at parrying and responding in kind with parries. You're able to dodge and block and deflect at the same time. They have very low health, even though they're said to have the best armor of the samurai in their bio. Got a little bit confused on which direction I was supposed to go here, for some reason.
That seems to do it.
Not sure how this works with the chain, but I guess it just does.
All we needed to do now was push them back.
Here's showing off more of the grappling of the Raider. Raider being an excellent grappler. When you slam someone against a wall, it concusses them, making it so they can't see what you're doing easily. And right to the groin. Sometimes that just happens. Now we have to fight our way up through here, up the beach, of course. We'll just be dealing with a few smaller enemies for now. It is a bit interesting that For Honor does have basis in historical things, like armor and weaponry, but it's kind of like a mix-mash of different periods in history, and it's not, like, historically accurate, but I would say it has enough bits of history in it to make it interesting and fun. Like the weaponry, the animations and attacks that you're seeing. A lot of the stances that the character classes have, too, are based in history. Like they're using stances from fighting books and manuals and schools of swordsmanship.
The battle was won. Only their commander remained.
As you can see, we're also fighting alongside Stygander. I believe Runa is here too, possibly Helvar as well. See, there's Runa. Now it's time to fight Fujikiyo. He's not very difficult. I'm just not the best at the Raider. He has a good chunk of health. He doesn't really use much of the overhand unblockable attack, although that's pretty easy to parry. you can hit the wall and get stuck like that. And that's the end of him.
That day reminded our people what Viking fury could do. The Great Raid, they would call it. And it had begun.
And that's the end of episode 11. We've defeated Fujikiyo and taken over the fortress of Kabe, was it? It's hard to keep track of all these names. You only see the name like once at very specific points in the game for a lot of things and characters. But next time we'll be going into episode 12, where we'll be playing as Runa as she explores the mire to find routes for the Vikings to get through to the Emperor's city. See you next time!